Have you ever wondered why some countries are incredibly rich while others struggle with poverty year after year? It's not just about luck, location, or even natural resources. In fact, some of the richest countries have very few natural resources, while some of the poorest sit on mountains of gold, oil, and fertile land. So, what's the real reason behind natural wealth? The answer begins with one simple word: productivity. Rich countries are not just working hard, they are working smart. They invest in technology, education, and infrastructure, creating environments where business thrive and people can innovate. A country like Switzerland, for example, has very few natural sources, but it became a financial powerhouse by focusing on banking, education, and trust. Meanwhile, Singapore transformed from a swampy port to a global economic giant in just a few decades simply by opening its economy, cracking down on corruption, and investing in its people. Now, let's talk about institutions. Countries that become rich almost always have strong institutions, things like independent courts, fair taxation systems, and transparent governments. These systems protect property rights, enforce contracts, and prevent corruption. That's why countries like Norway or Canada continue to grow steadily. Their citizens just trust that system. Only the flip side, in countries where corruption dominates, innovation dies. Who would build a business if someone in power can take it away overnight? Another key factor is human capital. Rich countries educate their people well. They don't just produce workers, they reduce problem solvers. That's why you see nations like South Korea, once devastated by war, now leading the world in tech and innovation. They didn't discover new resources, they built new minds. Trade also plays a massive role. Wealthy countries embrace global trade. They don't try to do everything alone. Instead, they specialize in what they do best and trade for the rest. Japan, for example, imports almost all its energy and raw materials, but exports some of the world's best technology. That's how trade multiplies growth. Then there's stability. Without political and economic stability, wealth can stick. Investors flee unstable countries, tourists stay away, talented people emigrate. That's why some countries remain poor even with everything else in place. If there's no stability, there's no sustained progress. Culture matters too. A culture that rewards hard work, value education, encourages risk taking, and supports innovation tends to build wealth faster. But this doesn't mean one culture is better than another. It means some values align more closely with economic success in today's world. Even with limited resources, it can rise. If it gets it wrong, even the richest soil won't help. So the next time you hear someone say a country is poor because it's unlucky, you will know better. It's not about what they have, it's about what they do with what they have.